Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Siti Sarah. I'm going to introduce my group members' name. Siti Aisyah Nabila, Uzma Irsalina and Alif Hakimi. So, we are going to present our project for subject cyber law and security policy. In our project, we got 6 content, which is first, introduction, second, security policies for COVID-19 and MCO, third, most critical policy, remote access policy, 4, overview, purpose, scope and policy, 5, policy compliance, related policies and processes, definition and terms and revision history, and the lastly is conclusion. Okay, let's go to the first part. Introduction. The project addresses the critical need for ICT security policies to support remote work during the COVID-19 pandemic and the Movement Control Order. It focused on identifying 5 essential policies, selecting the most critical one, and developing a detailed remote access policy to ensure secure and efficient access to organizational systems while maintaining data protection and business continuity. Okay, for question 1, we need to list 5 security policies for COVID-19 and MCO. The first is remote work security policies. Second, bring your own device policy. Third, data protection and privacy policy. 4, video conferencing security policy. And the lastly is incident response policy for remote work. For next question, which is argument 1 and argument 2, I will pass to my group members, Siti Aisyah Nabila.
Thank you, Sarah. So now I'm going to talk about why the remote access policy is one of the most essential policies for organizations during the COVID-19 pandemic and the resulting movement control or the MCO. Let's focus on argument 1, secure and control access to business system while working from home. When employees are no longer working from the office, they still need the same access to file system and tools to perform their jobs effectively. But this brings a major challenge: how do we protect company data from cyber threats when it's accessed remotely? First, the policy should mandate the use of secure access methods like VPNs and multi-factor authentication. These tools ensure that only authorized users can access sensitive business systems even from the outside of the office. Second, the policy should enforce confidentiality agreements to remind employees of their responsibility to protect company data and avoid accidental data leaks. Third, device security becomes crucial. The policy must require all devices used for work to have up-to-date antivirus software and firewalls. This can be supported with walkthrough documents or video guides from the IT team, so employees know exactly how to stay secure. And finally, if possible, companies should consider providing official work laptops that come pre-installed with necessary security apps and productivity tools. This reduces the risk of using insecure personal devices. Now, let's move on to argument 2. This time, we focus on something just as important as security, tools and productivity. When working from home, employees are no longer under direct supervision. This setup requires a high level of trust between employees and their team members. Unfortunately, not all employees are comfortable with this. Some may worry that remote workers won't be as productive without the structure of an office environment. On the other hand, some employees may struggle with self-motivation when working alone at home. Distractions, lack of routine, or even stress can make it hard to stay focused. That's why a strong remote access policy should include guidelines and support for productivity. Firstly, team managers must equip their staff with the right digital tools. This may include Kanban boards to track tasks and workflow visually, communication apps like Slack or Microsoft Teams to stay connected, and cloud storage so everyone can access files anytime from anywhere. Second, there should be a clear expectation for regular communication. Managers should do daily or weekly check-in to ensure tasks are progressing and to offer support where needed. By encouraging communication and providing the right tools, the organizations build a culture of trust and employees are more likely to stay motivated and productive. So in conclusion, a remote access policy doesn't just protect your system, it also supports your people. For the next slide, I will pass to Uzma.
So next, I will explain our remote access policy, which is a critical component of how we maintain secure operations during the COVID-19 pandemic and the MCO. As our organization adapt to remote work due to the COVID-19 pandemic and the MCO, it's crucial that we maintain secure access to our internet systems. This remote access policy outlines how employees, partners, and authorized users can safely connect to our network from home or other remote locations. The main objective is to ensure that remote work does not compromise our organizational data or systems. By following this policy, we can continue our operations smoothly while protecting sensitive information. Next is purpose. For the purpose of maintaining secure and effective remote work, this policy is designed to protect the confidentiality, integrity, and availability of our organization's data. It ensures that employees can work remotely without exposing the organization to unnecessary risks. The goal is to support business continuity while minimizing security threats, especially during extended period of remote operations. For the scope, this policy applies to all individuals who access our organization's digital resources remotely. That includes employees, contractors, vendors, and temporary staff, no matter what device they use or where they are connecting from. Whether you are working from home, traveling, or using personal equipment, this policy ensures the remote access is handled securely and responsibly. Here are the key rules of our remote access policy. The first one is all remote connection must go through the organization-approved VPN to ensure secure access. The second, personal devices used for remote work must follow our security standards. This includes having an update system, antivirus software, and active firewalls. The third is remote access is strictly for business purpose only. The fourth is, and importantly, login credential must never be shared with anyone under any circumstance. For the next slide, I will pass to Alif Hakimi.
Okay, as for the next one, we have policy compliance. This is violations of this policy may result in disciplinary actions, including temporary or permanent revocation of access rights, formal warnings, or termination, depending on the severity. Security audits will be conducted regularly to ensure compliance. And then we have related standards, policies, and process. We have 5 of them. That are information security policy, incident response procedure, acceptable use policy, data classification guidelines, and for the last one, BYOD policy. And then we have definitions and terms. The first one being remote access. It is the ability to connect to the organization's internal systems from a location outside of the cooperative work. After that, we have VPN, and it is an encrypted connection that enables secure remote access to internal services. And for the last one, it is MFA, which is multi-factor authentication. It is a security process requiring 2 or more forms of identity verification before granting access. And then after that, we have revision history that stated the version, the date, the description, and the author, like initial version of the policy by IT security, and then the updated compliance section by the IT department, the initial policy creation by the IT department, and the added MFA requirement also by the IT department. Now we come to the conclusion. This project highlights critical importance of the remote access policy in addressing the challenges of remote work during the COVID-19 pandemic and the Movement Control Order, the MCO. This policy ensures robust data protection through mandatory measures like VPN, multi-factor authentication, the MFA, and the stricter device security standards safeguarding organizational system from potential branches. Okay, in addition, it fosters the productivity and trust by equipping employees with essential tools such as communication apps, cloud storage, and project management systems. By providing comprehensive framework, the remote access policy enables the organization to navigate the complexities of remote operation securely and efficiently. That's all from us. Thank you.